Of course, the big show is the Durham report. It came out yesterday, right after we got off the air. And if you're listening to the show for the first time, or, you're someone who's just a casual consumer of politics, which a lot of my audience happens to be, this is the good, easy way to digest politics. We're giving you the hard news, but it's, kind of a sugary, sweet method of serving it to you. We're putting your vitamins in your applesauce so you don't really taste all of this hard news going down every day.
He's a lousy dad, but he's right.
But the reason we're circling all the way back to elections ago, because we are, of course, getting ready for the 2024 election. Joe Biden, of course, winning the 2020 election.
I don't remember that ever happening.
But it did. He is the president, for whatever you think of the guy. But understand, one of the things that weakened Trump going into 2020 was the thing that was supposed to destroy Trump in 2016. Okay? What John Durham's report found yesterday, okay, is that the FBI, the people who run the upper echelons of our intelligence industry, do not want the American people choosing the president. They want to choose it for us.
Bingo.
Okay, let me read you the key findings, and you'll understand why I'm making this claim and why it's significant whether you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. Okay? Understand this. This is a direct quote from the probe. There's two quotes worth sharing, okay? Based on the evidence, neither U.S. law enforcement nor the intelligence community appears to have possessed any actual evidence of collusion in their holdings at the commencement of the Crossfire Hurricane investigation. Meaning, when they launched the Mueller probe, did they have any evidence showing them they should launch the Mueller probe?
The answer would be no.
Zero. Okay, we move on. FBI personnel also repeatedly disregarded important requirements when they continued to seek renewals of that FISA surveillance while acknowledging, both then and in hindsight, that they did not genuinely believe there was probable cause to believe that the target was knowingly engaged in clandestine intelligence activities on behalf of a foreign power or knowingly helping another person in such activities.
It's people with a dirty mind that think like that.
What does that mean? It means the FBI started the Mueller probe, okay, genuinely believing it was garbage. When they renewed FISA warrants along the way, they genuinely believed it was garbage.
Correctamundo.
Meaning the whole entire point of the Mueller probe was a soft coup attempt. They knew it was based on nothing more than opposition research from the Clinton campaign. They knew that. Okay, they knew there were no Russians involved. They knew there was no back-channel Alpha Bank communication. But they also knew that they had the media in their pockets, and if they subjected Trump to a death by 1,000 cuts scenario, where the media ran one anonymously sourced bombshell after another. Oh, the walls are closing in, said the media, who knew the whole thing was. But every day, the walls are closing in. He's going to take a perp walk out of the White House. The kids are going to testify against him.
The media is a bunch of losers.
Okay, understand, this was a coup attempt. It was designed to get Trump to self-destruct. One bombshell after another. One TV show after another. Oh, The View says he's going to jail.
The View was awful.
Maybe so. CNN says he's taking a perp walk in an orange jumpsuit.
CNN is the worst.
Maybe so. Here comes Chuck Schumer to say he's a perp.
Chuck Schumer is a clown.
Every damn day. Nancy Pelosi has him walking the plank.
Nancy Pelosi is a total dingbat.
Every single day. Even right here in New York. AOC, put him in a jumpsuit.
AOC is a dope.
Do you understand what every one of them has in common is what everyone at the upper echelons of the FBI has in common? They all knew it was garbage. They all knew it was garbage. That's the finding here in the probe. So what's the media doing in the aftermath of this? They go, oh, the Mueller probe was a big nothing. Nobody's going to jail. Come on, this is a nothing burger. Come on, I'm on a diet. I can't be eating burgers. What are you doing here? And why are they saying this? Because they're trying to distract from the real intent of the Durham report. Okay, the real intent of the Durham report is not to send everybody to jail, although, to be honest with you, all the people who duped this country and held it hostage for 3 years should be in jail. The real finding in the Durham report is that everybody who went on TV, was like, oh, no, this guy's Russian. This guy's bad. Okay, everybody who did that was lying, and they knew they were lying. So they're trying to repurpose what the Durham report was there to do. The Durham report was there to determine whether or not Operation Crossfire Hurricane, the investigation into Trump, was legitimate. Did it need to start? The report concluded that it never should have started to begin with.
Oh, wow!
Now, why does this matter? Why am I circling back to this? Okay, their preferred candidate didn't win the presidency. So they went out, rather than trusting our democracy. You get lectured every day. We got to protect democracy. Come on, man. We're protecting democracy over here. Not now, honey. Not tonight. I'm protecting democracy. What, do you got a headache? No, I'm protecting democracy. Okay, we get lectured every day. But all the people yelling and screaming at you about protecting democracy are the ones undermining democracy. Okay, the people who yelled at you about protecting democracy, they're the ones that went out and censored the Hunter Biden laptop.
Hunter's a dirtbag.
Knowing full well it was real. Okay, something that could have potentially swung an election. No, we got to protect democracy. That's what they know.
Democrats are so full of crap.
Totally. Okay, but understand, they did not let democracy speak in 2016. They tried to engineer a soft coup attempt. Okay, here's Andrew McCabe. This guy's an FBI director, okay? Here he is in February of 2019, right on TV, okay, telling you Trump won with the aid of Russia. This is clip 4.
I was speaking to the man who had just run for the presidency and won the election for the presidency, and who might have done so with the aid of the government of Russia, our most formidable adversary on the world stage. And that was something that troubled me greatly.
He should be behind bars!
Okay, according to the Durham probe, again, FBI personnel, that's that guy Andrew McCabe, who you just heard on CBS, saying Trump won with the help of Russia. Here's the finding. FBI personnel, guys like McCabe, repeatedly disregarded important requirements when they continued to seek renewals of the FISA surveillance while acknowledging, both then and in hindsight, that they did not genuinely believe there was probable cause. So Andrew McCabe, at the time he was on CBS, did not believe there was probable cause. Here's Adam Schiff, okay, clip 3.
There's ample evidence of collusion of the campaign, and it's very much in the public record.
Do you have direct evidence of collusion with Russia?
Well, I think there is direct evidence, and there is significant evidence of collusion, and we've set that out time and time again.
He should be behind bars!
You're starting to notice a theme here? Okay, understand. These are the highest levels of our intelligence community, telling you the sitting president of the United States is controlled by Russia. When they talk to you about conspiracy theories, oh, you crazy people with your conspiracy theories on the right. There is no bigger conspiracy theory in the history of this country than Russia has seized control of our government. It is an Austin Powers movie. Dr. Evil from the other side of the world has seized control of America.
You shut your mouth, you bastard!
Okay, let me give you a little more of this. Oh, it's so good. Andrew McCabe, the guy who was on TV. I just played you the clip. No, you don't understand, man. You don't understand. This is Trump is colluding with Russia. Here he is, after the report drops, saying the investigation is not legitimate. Durham's wrong. Clip 5.
John Durham is wrong. That's not just me that says that. Every other entity that's investigated our activities in 2016 agrees. And that's, of course, as you mentioned, the DOJ Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, as well as the Senate Intelligence Committee, led, of course, at the time by a Republican. So this report, Poppy, stands as an anomaly. I have my own theories as to why it stands as an anomaly. I don't think this investigation was legitimate from its inception.
Don't you have any respect for yourself?
So if you're keeping score at home, when McCabe was running the FBI and getting trashed by the right, his response was, "You can't trash me. You're undermining faith in our institutions." And now that he's on TV as a pundit, he's trashing those very same institutions.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Do you get the have it both ways mentality at play here?
This is politics as usual.
Totally. But understand, politics are supposed to end once the voters have spoken. Trump won the 2016 election, and the deep state was like, "Oh, no, you didn't. We gonna chase him right out of town." Here's Peter Strzok. I mean, what a dirtbag. Peter Strzok, of course, he and Lisa Page eventually reassigned because they went over the company data plan. They were sexting so much in their torrid love affair. But some of the exchanges were about how Peter Strzok had launched the Mueller probe as an insurance policy. Just in case they didn't get the outcome they wanted in the election, this insurance policy would railroad Trump right out of a job, and then we wouldn't have to put up with all those Walmart people getting their way in our democracy. Again and again and again. Okay, the bias here is so overwhelming, and the condescension towards voters who exercise their rights in our democracy, it really is disgusting. And it should bother you no matter who you are, because the bottom line is, for all the yelling and screaming about Trump not respecting the results of the 2020 election, okay, Trump didn't weaponize the upper echelons of our intelligence community to get Biden to self-implicate himself in some sort of coup attempt. Okay, here's Strzok, though, telling you the investigation never should have happened. It's clip 11.
This is a predictable, sad ending to an investigation that never should have taken place. Shortly after he was announced in 2019, he went on the record, as a prosecutor, making a rare public statement that he disagreed with I.G. Horowitz's conclusion that the investigation was appropriately launched. And then he spent the next 3 to 4 years with a cognitive bias trying to build a case that somehow it was. And we see the results today. And the results are clearly that he didn't come up with anything. And I think, what I make of it at the end of the day, Joy, I look at his record of 2 failed prosecutions and 1 plea that Michael Horowitz presented to him on a platter.
I mean, dude, Peter Strzok.
You are so full of shit.
He says John Durham didn't come up with anything. Here's what John Durham came up with. Adam Schiff, Andrew McCabe, John Brennan, James Clapper, Andrew Weissman, all of these people. Okay, this quote applies to them. FBI personnel, neither U.S. law enforcement nor the intel community appears to have possessed any actual evidence of collusion in their holdings at the commencement of the investigation. As the investigation went on, FBI personnel acknowledged, both during the investigation and after the investigation, that they did not genuinely believe there was probable cause to believe that the target was knowingly engaged in clandestine intelligence activities on behalf of a foreign power or knowingly helping another person in such activities. Meaning they started this investigation knowing it was a scam. They continued this investigation knowing it was a scam. And now they're telling you on the back end that it shouldn't have happened to begin with. John Durham found plenty. It's that everybody out there lecturing us about the need to protect democracy is completely full of